That ominous background music is always doing its thing. Hello there everyone, it's Mark3 and welcome back to Death Spiral Simulator, by which I mean of course, Ixion, where I still don't know what's going to happen. It's been a little bit since last time, since I've not managed to settle down in a session I felt that would be long enough to actually properly record an episode, because timescaping means that recording time is a bit flexible. So I wanted to be safe and make sure I didn't cut out partway through this episode and have to come back and finish recording later. Though unfortunately that's left me with time to stew on things as well, which has me somewhat concerned. You recall the Cult of the Hull, right? The Cult of the Hull? Well, we had an option a few systems back when they first appeared to endorse them or deny them. Reject the cult. Now, here's my problem. Having the cult enable the Hull temples to actually have effects, which, you know, is more stability, a bit more Hull hit points as well. Let's find it. It's down here somewhere. Here it is. This guy. So extra stability, extra Hull, all that stuff. But a cult dedicated to the Hull of the Tycoon, will they let us sacrifice the Tycoon to ram the Paranisi? If I was writing the story for this game, I would think they would have words about that, and probably object to it. In which case, if there's still crew on the Paranisi, the automated system won't be authorized to pilot the Paranisi into... pilot the Tycoon into the Paranisi. And that would also completely lock out the batteries thing, unless we made some choice to try and force the situation. So, you know, rather unpleasant that. How many people do I have in the sector? Not enough. I need like 30 people over here. From sector 3 to sector 4. Send me 35. Because to get the battery space, we're going to need to open this. But that said, I really don't want to lose the Tycoon. It's been our home for this entire journey. And I like that. It's not just the setting, the place where we've been playing the game. I actually want the Tycoon to survive if I can at all manage it. I just don't know if the game is going to do that. Though I do know the game has multiple endings. So some flavour might have the Tycoon, and there are other mysteries still in the system, like the planet, which the system insists isn't there. Fun things like that. Also, yeah, I've got the probe launcher active. Actually, hang on. So that's confusing me slightly. Have I misread? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, the comment on the last part. I think I might have dropped in and activated the probe launcher if I didn't before, because that probe launcher is locked, loaded, and ready. Thankfully, it's grayed out like that if there's no threat detected. So I think I must have reactivated and then forgot it. Anyway, the comment from Happy Afer. I'm surprised the Paranisi did not start shooting missiles at you. You had the counter-missile option grayed out the whole 20 cycles since it arrived. Yeah, and that's it. It's grayed out unless there's an active missile on the way. It would have been too late to build missiles when the Paranisi already fired their own. About the huge science stockpile on the comet, is it possible to send multiple science ships to one location? Eesh. Well, the Paranisi, for some reason, hasn't been lobbing missiles the whole 20 cycles. It's not been moving either. So it's not chasing me. It's not been firing drones at us either. So the Pulsar, I think, probably did a lot of damage to it. Or it's waiting on some other story trigger or something. But it's not actually being violent. It's shouting at us, but that's about it. As for the Comet, I didn't want to send another ship to Vulcan, because if there's an in-progress event, science ships involved are locked. Like, I can't move it away from there. So you're Remus. You are the one at Vulcan. You are gathering science over here. Let's unpause. But I'll send the Focult across to try and do that. Just to see if we can actually gather more science, because that is a lot. It's going to take a while to strip that much science out of it. Also, speaking of science, I should keep my science rolling, shouldn't I? Science. What do we want? What do we want?
Population transfer complete.
I mean, we can grab that one for completeness. Don't really need it, but I'm about to open my last gateway, so I might as well. What else are we actually actively using that I've not upgraded to max? Not the probe launcher, not the colonization systems. The problem is I've done most of this stuff. Extra stability on that. But with the massive bonuses we've got going on, that's not a problem. I don't know. I really don't know what I should do. Let's keep on going with those. Make our drone base more effective. Oh wait, hang on. I accidentally did the thing. You can tell I've been slightly out of it. Right. Keep going on that. Cue that one. There. Fix. But yeah, to confirm though, is definitely online. Anyway, let's actually get rolling, shall we? Let's focus a bit more. We have got science to do. Oh, you're the wrong one. I want the Focult. Go over there, and we'll find out if joining to help harvest the science locks the other ship into the event as well. But we got the event on Remus. A go of the third generation, representative of the Ashtongites, has invited us to send a delegation to Remus to observe the community and way of life on the planet. Administrator, we are greeted most solemnly by the Ashtongites. Their morphology is different to ours, taller, thinner, their skin has a slight green shade to it. Atmospheric readings indicate that oxygen is present, but in insufficient quantity to support the unadapted Tycoon crew on Remus without respiratory assistance. We have not witnessed any signs of poverty or conflicts, and the population density is much lower than that of the Earth we left. One big question mark I've still had hanging over me about this is, which group are these guys descended from? I mean, I don't remember them mentioning who brought them here. There's certainly no ship here that we've found so far, but leave and then we descend on an expedition, but we've searched everything else, so let's go and meet them and see what happens.
A science ship team has completed a task. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Okay. We've got a new request, we've got that, and we had an achievement pop saying, in a finite world. Where is it? That's in here, actually. Oh no, I'm in the wrong sector. This sector. No, that says we have got sector 5 unlocked as well. Let's actually get the tram stations active. Right, where's our request? Here's our request. Workshop. Administrator, all sectors of the Tycoon have been unlocked. The crew feels motivated knowing the station is now fully operational. It's fully operational right at the end. Acknowledged. 10% trust. Trust is a resource I've... Apart from the times it's run low, trust is a resource I've not really needed. Of course, having the new sector unlocked is putting more strain on our repair capability, which is only at +4 now. Optimal working conditions, technologies, space specialization tier 2, 3 airlocks at 84% efficiency, working hour policy set to supported, which is granting a +5 apparently, but -48 from sectors open and 130 from vol jumps. But yeah, the Tycoon is looking a bit shaky. That said, we need to get this sector operational. And where's the? Not really seeing a convenient corner to jam the support stuff into. This sector though is going to be housing batteries, so let's pop one there. Let's put the workshop there. And you do house the right thing, so I'm going to put that there. And we'll get started on that at least, but we have our next thing from Remus as well. We have met the Ashtonite representatives. We were surprised at first by the limited ceremony of what seemed to us a momentous occasion. Received on a beach, we were then taken to a cliff top that looked out over their ocean. Many Ashtonites joined the gathering. Some simply watched, others inspected our suits and devices. Following our exchanges with Agora and the other members of the Ashtonite hierarchy, a proposal was made. If we agree to join them, the Ashtonites will reveal locations of temples within the Ilya system. Each temple contains a fragment of a blueprint for a bioengineering center. Constructing this on board the Tycoon will allow us to adapt ourselves to lives on Remus. Oh. They aren't spacefaring, they're only on this planet. Why did they scatter the blueprint for the bioengineering facility in temples across the system? Question marks continue. Accept the offer. Jeez. Maybe that'll actually let us go to Romulus. Maybe there'll be a temple on Romulus. Maybe that's how we get access to that. I'm still concerned about how the Society gave us a thing to deactivate our PA system. The system that is denying Romulus exists under the airlock. But there's nothing there. I will get that for increased construction speed, not that we really need it. I mean, I think we're maxed out. I recall we're maxed out. Are we maxed out? Oh, there it is. Administrator ... It wasn't under the research, it was here. Okay. Honestly, I think the limits of the Dolo system are a problem, so I'm going to tell it to do that. 0.5 cycles to deactivate Eden. Let's do that. We are about to test with Focult as well. We have received the signals of the 3 Ashtonite temples within the Ilya system. We now be able to locate the temples with our probes. Wait, so they're spaceborne objects? Study the Ashtonite technology. Massively visit Ashtonite settlements and learn more about the technology. Agora has offered to have them accompanied by some of the Ashtonite's most efficient researchers. Okay, let's go ahead and do that searching. We can find them with our probes now. Yep, we've got new points of interest. We've also received Promised Land. Prepare for the colonization of Romulus. So we have deactivated the thing. Also, the Focult is at Vulcan doing that. So can we tell the Focult to move? We can. Okay, so it's just the ship that's actively doing the thing that gets stuck there. With that said, Maxwell is supposedly doing the research stuff, but it's actually not locked in there for some reason. So Maxwell can go and help with that as well. I'm still don't know why the Paranisi is not shooting at me. Why are you not shooting at me, Paranisi? I do think it is very badly damaged. It is at last done. I have backed the Maxwell away from Vulcan. I am ready to look at Romulus, and then we can do the next Vulcan chain as well. Administrator, there is no planet here. Administrator, the crew of the Focult will supervise the colonization procedure. We have access to all the Romulus data. No more Eden protocols will keep us from the planet. We should start by building necessary infrastructure. Those who have a small issue, Romulus atmosphere will make mass population transfer down to the planet difficult. Using cargo ships will result in a loss of 70% of colonists. Chlorine in the upper atmosphere will cause strong aerodynamic heating, which our cargo ships are not built to withstand. So Romulus is not exactly welcoming, and we might lose ships and colonists doing this. Alright, let's go ahead and construct the administrative site. I still don't know why this planet was hidden from us, but I will tell the Atet, might as well use one that I think is named after a god, to try and help out with this. Atet, you are our messiah, our emissary to Romulus. And now we find that this is the Romulan Empire, and the birds of prey are going to tear the Tychon apart. Or something to that effect, I don't know. Okay, Vulcan. Let's see, monitoring protocols, avoid negative impacts. Then let's switch it to suggested experimentation now. Temple of Common Sense. Okay. I see they've got a bit of a naming theme going on. Common sense. It's only common sense to biologically adapt ourselves. Right. It reminds me of Stellaris going down the genetic engineering path, actually, what has happened on Remus. I still don't know their origins, though. I'm hoping one of these temples turns out to be what's left of the ship that brought them here. But there's no idea. Not yet. Actually, I think I'll move myself over to Romulus. Just to speed that up. Oh wait, my new sector doesn't have power reserves yet. Probably better not to do that. Oh, we've got an event here. Right, I missed this. It didn't tell me. Jacqueline entries from the Scientific Syndicate of Sector 1. The EMV Chariot Shuttle, the ship you arrived on, is still stored within the Tychon. If we were to recondition it, it could carry a lot of people. Many more than a cargo ship could. I mean, its heat dissipation ability alone gets me excited. We have prepared a project at the Tech Lab. We can break down the shuttle's plans, replicate the design, and build more shuttles. All the crew can reach Romulus. Ooh. I approve. The fact that our cargo ships have trouble with Romulus, I wasn't expecting, but yeah, let's see. Where is the thing? You said it was a project at the Tech Lab. Where is it? I don't see it anywhere. I love it when it gives me an objective and it says, here, we're going to send you a thing, but it doesn't send me the thing. Unless it's in the externals. Actually, does that shuttle that brought me to the Tychon house me? I thought that shuttle left. It certainly left the docking pad in here. I didn't know it was stored. Achievement Monotrack Drifter. Technology Cargo Logistics has been unlocked. But yeah, I have train tracks to all sectors now. Unfortunately, my hospital is currently damaged by a breakdown, so that's why I lost 3 people to injury. My hospital's actually not available at the time. So yeah, it still makes sense to at least have 2 hospitals, or backup medical facilities. So that was 3 people I didn't need to lose, though, but oh well, that's how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. Ah, there it is. It's under the docking bay. 0 research costs, 2.5 cycles, Romulus colonization upgrade. Jolly good. We're going to risk our ship 1 time, I think. Let's also queue that one up afterwards. But yeah, we've got... I think we're max on science, 999. Is that actually the limit on how much science we can hold? I do not know. Anyway, Vulcan has got something waiting. A Tet survived. Cool. Vulcan. Crew of the gear. I don't know how you managed it, Administrator, but we have returned. Wait, the gear? Oh, it's nice to have you guys back. I just wonder how the hell you got here. This is the crew of the gear. I don't know how you managed it, Administrator, but we have returned. We have been with the gear, existing in ways that seem inconceivable to us now. Passing through strange solid, liquid and gaseous lands, matter behaving as a pattern outside of our accepted understanding. Time was not linear. Days were lived where the chronology of actions was not the same for every member of the team. We drifted in this Frausian morass, lost, till we were extricated by the Bergson team. Our ship is now in orbit of Vulcan. And no option to give them free reign, but the gear. Hi guys, hey, has he even got experience? So that, yeah, I got the gear back. Nice to see you guys again. But that also shows that if you lose a ship, it might be possible to get them back later. So I think I made the right choice, not extricating the ship from whichever one of these two it was that the people wanted to stay and experiment on, so I might see them again. Probably not, because it required an active storyline to retrieve the gear, but I've got the gear back. Oh, it's so good to see you again, gear. So very good. Also, we've got the Temple of Common Sense, the Temple of Merit, the Temple of Free Will. Also notice, by the way, the gear has got a white. I can't actually select the gear for some reason. So the gear is back, but I can't control it. Yep, you're still doing your thing, right? I think it's the Maxwell that's stuck at Romulus, isn't it? Yep, that's stuck. Okay. Let's start investigating. Unfortunately, though, these temples are also still... they look artificial structures because they're all the same, but they don't look like ships as far as I can tell. Don't know why I can't control the gear. But it is nice to see them. Oh, right. We need to construct 20 shuttles. Is that a ship class we've got now? How do I build 20 shuttles? Or do I just build them out of my docking bays? I just build them out of my docking bays. 20 polymers. Cool, we need to get rid of some polymers anyway. Let's see, we've got 4 docking bays. That's 5 shuttles each. There we go. Also, I do have that empty slot from the science ship I lost. Can I control the gear from here? Or... yeah. Tell the gear that you are under my control. And now we can move it. Excellent. I'll send it to Common Sense. They probably need some common sense as to what they've been through. We have ourselves 3 sites. Well, almost. Gear is almost at the Temple of Common Sense. Gear of Merit has got Bergerson. Temple of Free Will has got the Maxwell. Okay, let's have a look. Temple of Merit. Found the Temple of Merit manifesting its presence so that the which has manifested its presence so that our sensors could locate it. And that's a rock wall. Okay. The structure is emitting weak electromagnetic signals that are barely perceptible. Despite the fact it appears abandoned, the temple is still powered. Bergson team, we've docked at the Temple of Merit. We saw an inscription written on several languages on one of the walls. We enclose here the illusion of merit. This chimera, draped in logic, has never ceased to be a tool for those who began their lives more powerful than others. Merit is an inverted reflection that judges without understanding origin. This illusion confuses explanation with excuse, and therefore prevents one from inhabiting reality. Following the instructions of the Ashlites, we have located one of the 3 parts of the Bioengineering Center blueprints. There are offerings and messages here left by people who have let go of merit and found balance. Large field objects, all kinds of sizes. It take time for to investigate, or we can just retrieve the fragment and leave. Let's investigate. I want to know more about this. Temple of Free Will. Sensors located Free Will. The structure releases weak electronic signals that are barely perceptible. Despite its dilapidated state, the temple is still powered. Dr. Temple Wall, inscription temple walls, interior courtyard, written in several languages. Here we lock up the illusion of free will. This fictional narrative prevents us from seeing that we are what we are and what we can do. There is no choice because the motivations that lead us to choose pre-exist the choice. Following directions, we've located the room where the Bioengineering Center's blueprint is stored. Temple contains many objects and testimonials from people enjoy, liberated from free will. Oh dear. Explore and study. And then there's the Temple of Common Sense. Come on, Gear, you're lagging behind a little bit. Thank you, Gear. Right, Common Sense. What is this going to say? Manifest presence emitting weak electrical signals. This is power and functional despite its tilted axis. Come across inscriptions winding around a temple column. We enclose here the illusion of common sense, a moral habit with origins lost in the darkness of the minds that wield it. The scientific method has repeatedly shown how counterintuitive reality is. We must strip common sense away, leaving only empathy and pragmatism in their purest forms. These 2 modes will then find their rightful place. Temple's room contains objects and testimonies left by people who have become cognizant of common sense and its bias. Common sense is biased, yeah, I'll give you that one. I'm not very good at common sense myself, but explore. Remus sounds like they might have gone like pathological in their rejection of these things. Yes, these things have flaws, but they aren't exactly something that's just written off. To write them off actually would become something other than human. And I think that might be the issue. I still don't know which group they originate from either. Though they did say, praise be to Dolos. Well, they didn't say it that way, but they thanked Dolos for bringing them to where they are now. So, next round, Temple of Merit. Oh! The team discovered an object that apparently contains all the technological knowledge and theories of the Ashkanites. Purportedly, this knowledge would change our accepted understanding of reality. We'll never know, as the crew appear to have killed each other, fighting over who should be credited with the discovery. The Bergerson was sent back to Tycoon via its autopilot. Okay. Free will. The Maxwell team are not responding to our hails. Before comms break down, the team has started acting differently, ceasing to follow recommended Dole's protocol. They seem to have disappeared into the depths of the temple. The Maxwell will be sent back to Tycoon via its autopilot. Right. Please, Gear, don't tell me I'm going to lose you guys after just getting you back. God damn it. The crew of Gear have decided to remove their helmets and die in the Temple of Common Sense. You see, that's just it. These principles, kind of important, and they discovered these things in here and stripped them off that principle, and then suddenly it's just like, bang, they're gone. Common sense would be, don't take your helmet off in a vacuum. You might lack little things like air. And it happened to the guys who survived the gear in some other dimension place. They came back, and then a few days later they're gone again. This time permanently. They say that space is no place for humanity. They refuse to become Ashkanites, who they call their reports neurasthenic geraniums. According to them, ending themselves there and then was the only thing to do. The gear was sent back. So each of these things, the ones at the Temple of Merit died arguing who was going to get credit for the thing, for the discoveries. Free will. The team lost its free will and wandered off into the depths of the facility, never to be seen again. I don't trust this at all. The Ashkanites are something else, definitely. But I just don't trust that. I don't trust that in any way. Jeez. It's just unfortunate that the crew of the gear who I just got back are wound up in the middle of that. I still hope there's an alternative to crashing the Tycoon into the Paranisi though. But no sign of that yet either. Oh, hello. Got a request. Policies allow adults to rapidly adopt employment conditions involving Tycoons. However, crew members are like oranges. You can't just squeeze them like clockwork and expect to keep getting juice. Check one's policy within 15 cycles. Keep going. Critical deadlines approach. Well, okay. So this is because I switched it to intense work policies to free up some workers, because this place was the opposite. It was supported before. There we go. I'll change that. So to support it, oh, that might be why it wound up supported in the first place. Actually, I don't think anywhere else has supported though. But that means I'm going to have to the like 60 odd workers I pulled out of Sector 1 to make room there. I'm going to have to send back. I don't know. I forgot that was the thing, that putting them in other intense workloads was a bad idea. Unfortunately, I think it's because I lost so many crew before. If I had more workers, I wouldn't be having a slight issue with manpower at the moment. Which would be nice. Oh well. That's so. I've sent my ships back out to the other temples. Romulus is currently building its administration center. Sector 5 has got basics, like it's got a whole temple, of course. Need the temple, yes. DLS center, fire station for any fires, and it's currently building an EVA airlock. Just to help, because it's like hull stability is barely there and it keeps flickering down into massive negative, which I think is because Sector 1's been struggling a little bit with keeping everything running properly. Like that one's just run out. So just an extra EVA airlock just to help with that. But that said, we are at the end of the episode though. So we're going to have to call it there and find out what happens next time. That said though, I think I will move. There's the administration site. Construct the syndicate site. Train 3,000 colonists. I'm going to move over to Romulus just because we don't need to. We don't need to be where we are. So fire it off. And being in orbit around Romulus will probably help speed things up. But yeah, we're going to continue all this next time. So, this has been I'm3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. And we are nearly there, I think. I just know I don't really trust that Remus has our interest at heart. They have committed to their way of life and are locking themselves into their way of life. Hang on, is the Peronisi moving? The Peronisi was not there. It was over here somewhere. The Peronisi has moved. It is moving towards Remus. Oh dear. Yeah, it was over here before. Huh. I know you're moving. Yeah, see, it's moving. Very, very slowly, but it is moving. So there's a time limit to save Remus from the Peronisi. I don't think we're going to make that timeline. I think Remus is about to get destroyed. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you all later. Oh dear. Peronisi, what are you up to?